of struggles in his life. I know this man like on a personal level as well because he's he's very open to me. Kaya I understand where he's coming from, and I also don't know how he's managing, just like you, Mara, that he's working, he's got a family, he's got other things going on, personal issues, etc. But his support for the administration, his support to Duterte, hindi natapos, and until now, continue his support from the third administration to the next coming administration. He's there. Yeah. We all know who Malcolm is. Everyone knows Malcolm. He's always there. Opening up the Jollibee, he's there. Anywhere. Any Filipino promotions, the business, hindi lang sa political side, he's helping the kababayans, yung mga local businesses to promote their business. So that's good with Malcolm is his heart is for the Filipinos, his heart is for the administration, his heart is for all of us. You know, he has got a big heart for everyone. So may we call Mr. Malcolm Cota, my dear friend.
That was quite an introduction, and thank you, Mo. You know, you are my dear friend. And right now I'm going through a lot of personal issues, and in fact it was really hard for me to be here today. But I believe that everything works out for a reason. And I believe when you're involved with a good movement for good, you know, for change, I think everything, you get drawn to certain things. So a few days ago, I was due to come here. I heard about this weeks ago, and I was invited. And the family asked me to come to a family event. We had a dinner, which was lovely, and I intended to spend the whole evening with my family. I didn't intend to come here. But in the back of my mind, you know, I was watching the Salamat PRRD concert earlier on YouTube, and I messaged Robin, and then Robin liked my status, and it kind of went viral, which is amazing. He's such a good friend, and he knows I'm going through a difficult time, and he likes a lot of my comments on Facebook, and that means a lot to me, you know. And also I sent a message to Rodrigo, and she also sent me a message back while she was at the event, and you know, that meant a lot to me, you know. And I've met some incredibly wonderful people who really touched my life over the last 6 years, and I feel that I'm in some ways part of this legacy, from attending the Build conference in the Conrad Hotel in Manila that I was invited to by the President's office like way back about 5 years ago, and I heard about all these wonderful projects that were going to take place, and you know, I was just amazed. You know, there were so many wonderful things happening with roads and bridges and airports, and many of these have been accomplished already. I think President Duterte's biggest challenge was the COVID pandemic, and I think he didn't expect that. And you know, those people would criticise about why did he need to borrow money, why there were so many loans, what is he supposed to do, let the people starve? You know, he had to, this was forced upon him. And I therefore believe that there was a lot more that he wanted to achieve, but wasn't able to through no fault of himself. And I'm very sure now that President BBM has assembled a fantastic team. I'm not sure if they'll do everything that was on the agenda of PRRD, because I believe BBM is his own man, his own person, with his own team, but I have no doubt that he will do what's right for the country moving forward, and I think that's so important. I got to meet President Duterte, and one of the most incredible moments of my life. I remember sitting in the palace, we're in the golf course, and as the helicopters landed and he came out, he kind of looked at me a few times and shook my hand and said, "Before I do anything else, I want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas." And I ended up shaking his hand about 6 times that evening. And you know, as you probably know, Mo probably knows, there's a very sort of strong security team, and it's very hard to kind of get close to him. But Joe let me into his inner circle, and I got that picture with him. And that meant so much to me. But to shake his hand, to be with him, I feel that I have this somehow connection. And you know, for the last 6 years I've kept a picture of me and him on my phone, and I have my Duterte watch and everything else. President Duterte has become a major part of my life. You know, I've struggled. I've had people criticising me. I've had death threats. I've had somebody reporting me to my employer, somebody tagging the NHS, somebody tagging the London Ambulance Service, the Metropolitan Police. I've even had somebody send black roses to our family and to another organisation as well. So, you know, it's been pretty tough, but I haven't stopped doing what I believe is right. And you know, you guys have been amazing. As I said, I'm going through a lot of personal issues quite now. I'm quite depressed and life is pretty tough. But something inside my heart told me I had to be here today. I just felt this need, and it's funny, isn't it, that I've been away for such a long time, and when I came back, the programme hasn't even started yet. So it just shows you, I believe in life, everything happens for a reason. And I regard you all as my dear friends, and please continue to support President Duterte. You know, he may say that he's going to retire, but I know he'll be there for a very long time, and I know he'll be there with President BBM, you know, doing whatever he can, you know, and supporting him. And please support President Duterte, but also support President Bongbong Marcos. I know it's going to be a fantastic 6 years, and Salamat Duterte, I believe, will be the next president after Bongbong Marcos. So that Duterte legacy will continue, and that partnership between the Marcoses and the Dutertes is so strong, despite the bashes, despite people saying to me, don't support BBM, only support Sara. You know, I'm my own person, and I'll do what I believe is right. And even now, some people have maybe gone against Robin. You know, people are quick to look at social media and to judge without knowing people personally. And I know Robin's heart, I even know the heart of Mokka and the heart of President Duterte, and I believe we're all doing the right thing. I know I've said a lot today, but it's just what was on my mind. But thank you very much. Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you, my dear friend Mo, for being there. And of course, to everyone else here today, it's really appreciated. My dear friend Mam Gloria as well, thank you so much. You know, thank you for allowing me to be part of your group as well, moving forward and welcoming me in the same way. And I really do appreciate it. Long live President Duterte. May he live for 1,000 years. God bless you.
Thank you, Malcolm. That's a really good speech. Thank you for your time. So even if Malcolm already sent his apology last night na he might not be able to come here. That's why I'm surprised to see it. Thank you for that.